So I've had the opportunity to talk to a lot of agents and dissect their business and understand what got them to where they're at and what's actually preventing them from growing further, and even had the opportunity to help agents and teams grow their business as well. And I've actually learned quite a lot on my way here, and I'm still learning till this day. And I can tell you right now, there are more than 5 reasons why most agents fail. And in fact, I might make another video a couple months or a couple weeks down the line as I learn new reasons why agents fail. But for right now, I can tell you that one of the reasons is because most agents are just interested compared to being committed. Because, when you are in the real estate business, it is not a salary job where you'll get X amount a month or X amount a year. It's a job where it's basically a dog eat dog world, right? You eat what you get, right? And most people who do become real estate agents always come from some other job, right? Some of them come from a sales job, which is for them okay, right? It's okay for everyone, but I'm just saying it's okay in terms of the fact that they were already in sales, which means they're most likely already living commission to commission, right? They didn't have a salary, but they're also the portion that did have a salary and ended up retiring from their salary paying, wage paying job or whatever it may be, whether it be teaching, marketing. It really doesn't matter because there's such a wide variety, right? Then they jump into being a real estate agent. They realize it sounds way more fun when you're on the outside than when you're in the inside. Because for other sales jobs, right, you come into the business and you get a list of leads or whatever it may be, right? And that's the only place you're going to get those leads, and your boss or manager, whatever it may be, tells you, hey, you're only allowed to call these people, use this phone, call them between 9 to 5, and yeah, good luck. Bye. Where with real estate, all they do, depending on, of course, what agency or office you work for, some of them do give you a list of leads, which they give to every single other agent in your office. And then on top of that, all the other agents within your area also get the exact same list of leads. I know in South Africa, that has changed. They don't get the list of leads anymore because of the Poppy Act. It's now become illegal for, or should I say unethical? Yeah, it actually is illegal. Yeah, illegal for them to actually go ahead and get those list of leads. So I guess for them, it's a lot harder than it is for you. Now, of course, maybe in your country, that's still happening. It's okay to you, man. Do what you gotta do. But yeah, it's understanding that you're not gonna jump in your first month and get 10 deals, right? Some people do. I'm not saying some people don't. I've actually had the opportunity to see some people do that. And it's understanding that you also have to put in the effort. You're going to have to be ruthless and have a very strong work ethic and be willing to put in the energy and time into getting leads and turning those leads into appointments and closing the appointments, because those 3 things, I'd say 4 things, are the main things you should be focusing on, right? Which is getting leads, turning those leads into appointments. So we'll just say getting appointments, closing appointments, and client fulfillment / client service, right? Those are literally the 3 things. Anything else is literally just fluff that you can outsource to somebody else to do, right? And you'll get to a point where the only thing you have to do is go to the appointment, close the appointment, and then client delivery / client fulfillment. And you no longer even have to focus on getting appointments, which is something, we also do for our clients. But I'd add that another reason would be not being a strategic. I say strategic like thinker, strategic talker. So essentially not being good with your words, more or less, right? Now, I'm not saying be a sleazy salesperson. I'm just saying being able to logically walk a prospect through the decision making, right? Which is helping them form a decision for themselves. So you could literally be walking a person through a decision and they're like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I should sell my home and move somewhere else. Right? Move closer to my daughter's school or move closer to my new work because I'm going to be relocating. Then for other people, it's going to be like walking them through a decision, and then they form a decision based on the information you've given them and help them, calculate and deduce in their head that, you know what, actually purchasing this home with a mortgage would actually strain my income, and it's really not a good idea. So I'll just stay with my parents for another 3 years. And it's like, hey, if that's the case, be okay with that, right? Would you rather get an extra 6.5% or 7%? As like the average in our country is like 5 to 10%. If you're really good at what you're doing, depending on, of course, the price of the home. But would you say we'll just say 5%, right? Would you really want to get a 5% commission and then know full well that person is going to regret their decision for the next 20 years and they're now locked in their job and can't go somewhere else because they can't take the risk? It's like, that's a heavy burden to bear for a 5% commission that will only last you for like 4 months. Once again, it depends on the price range of the homes you deal with, your agency split with your office, a whole lot of things. But more or less, yeah. Are you really willing to allow a person to make one of your prospects / clients to make a bad life decision just so that you can get your commission for an X and spend it across an X amount of months, right? Because for them, that's going to be like a 10 to 30 year mortgage, a 10 to 30 year bad life decision that they're going to have to live with. And for you, you're literally going to have to be like, at least I get an extra 4 months of income. As Tim Ferriss would say, copy and paste. Really that simple. Copy and paste. Just simply, you don't even have to strain your brain that much. Just take someone in your area, like find an agent. Doesn't matter if they're a competitor, whatever it may be. Literally, if they are a competitor, maybe they won't want to help you. Like, go to another area and find the best agent in that area, and then literally stalk them, or like go up to them and pick their brain and figure out what it is they're doing to get the results they're getting. And then all you have to do is copy and paste. If they say, you know what, man, I spend 5 hours a day cold calling and another 8 hours a day on the road shows, like, well, you're gonna have to do that. And that's why I'm successful. You can't be like, really? Okay, well, I'll do 1 hour cold calling and 1 hour road shows. Like, no, copy and paste. If he's doing 3 hours cold calling, 8 hours road shows, you are going to do 3 hours cold calling and 8 hours road shows, because that has been what's proven to work. And you know what? Once you are succeeding and you can willingly be able to, take 20% of your time, energy, effort, then you can go ahead and take, 20% of your time, energy, and effort and, try out new ideas. Go ahead. Go get a billboard. Go ahead. Go get flyers. Go ahead and go paint your car. But those are things you're only going to branch off into once you are successful and you're able to get to a point where you've outsourced so many things that you're able to easily and without second thought give 20% of yourself, or even 10% to play it safe, and just spend that on experimenting. And you know what? If it doesn't work, really, what's 10% off your bottom line, right? So the last thing, just looking through my notes, avoiding mistakes, right? You're human. You make mistakes. For example, like, let's say a home that should be listed at $2 million. Let's say you list that home at $5 million by mistake. Maybe you were tired. It's Saturday night. You're just going through the motions. You click 5 instead of 2, and it says live. on Zillow or whatever you're using, or Property 24, private property, whatever it may be, right? And you wake up tomorrow, or you only find out like 2 days later when the client calls like, hey man, I saw you put my property as 5 million. I said 2 million. We said 2 million, man. We agreed on like, I'm sorry. I made a mistake, man. And I take full responsibility. Let me go ahead and fix that mistake. Because it's okay to fail. I mean, you're human. You're not a machine. And as a human, you need to accept that you make mistakes. Take responsibility that, yes, I did mess up. And you know what? I'll fix it. And I will do better. And if you want to do better in your real estate business, and you did feel that this video is going to help you do better, we only have one form of payment on this YouTube channel, which is not monetary payment. All you have to do is go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you did go ahead and find value in this video. And you know what? Go ahead and share this video with another person who you feel would find this sort of video valuable. And yeah, I'll talk to you on the next video. Cheers.